what is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim?
Yes, it is.
That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said that's not something that's justiciable in district court. That has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court.
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
I to be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
The problem is this. If you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
In that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No. It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement.
This lady
made under oath.
is suing this guy. A guy that has never been involved. A guy that has never been involved in the court system. A guy that if he did not met her, if she didn't come into his life, he probably would have never had a reason to go to court. And she didn't sue him because he reneged on a business deal. He didn't abuse her in any way. He didn't steal from her. He did not con her out of her money. She sued him because she feels that he owes her something because the first date wasn't good and he possibly stood you up on the second date. So because you felt a way that he stood you up, it's a reason for you to sue him. That is ridiculous. Imagine if everyone goes around and start to sue people because of a bad date or because they were stood up. You know that there will be a lot of females in the court system paying guys money for standing them up, for using them for food, for the money, for the resource. I don't know why this judge is even bothering with this, because this is ridiculous. But what do you expect? You heard the way she talks. You saw her, you see her in her hair hat, a blonde wig. I don't know. I guess this guy probably had a moment of weakness and saw her and thought he could have gotten some. And then he came to his senses and recognized that this is not the type of woman that he wants to fool around with, because this is the type of woman that will get you in trouble. But unfortunately, it was too late for him. There's a story on TMZ saying that she was supposed to go on a date with him on her mother's birthday. Couple months after her mom passed, on her birthday, he was supposed to go on a date with her. He allegedly didn't show up, and she felt a certain way about it, so she took out the case on him. I understand that she's upset, but this is not a way for you to go, or a reason for you to go and sue someone because you're in your feelings, because you lost your mom and the guy didn't choose you. And just based on your interaction with the judge and the fact that you sued someone that took you on a date and or did not show up for a date, tells me that you're the type of person, the type of female, when you're younger, you think that your ish could make patty. You think your ish was gold. So you squander your youth. You didn't find a good source to make income. You probably don't have a good education, so you can't find a good job to supply the amount of money that you want to live off of. So you turn around suing people so you can make a living rather than going out and work for the money that you need, like everyone else do, like men do, like healthy functioning adult women do. Rather than doing that, you want the court system to help you to scam this man out of his hard-earned money. And this should be something that is shunned. I think that this guy should have did a counter sue to sue her for all the pain and suffering he has to go through from getting a suit for just not showing up on a date or going on a date that turned out to be a bad date. For all the time that he lost going on a date with you, and all the time that he lost getting stuff together for this court hearing.
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath. Under oath.
That stated
When did he testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is
Perjury is a false statement made under oath. I know what perjury means. Are we done?
So she is saying that, or at least I think she's saying that the guy wrote a statement to counter what she was suing him for. And what he wrote in that statement is perjury. But the thing is, what the judge is saying and what Google said, what the dictionary said, Perjury is when you make a false statement under oath. Not when you make a false statement, but when that false statement is made under oath. So if he didn't raise his hand and solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and then he said what he said, that whatever you're accusing him of saying, that was perjury. If he didn't say that after that statement that I just recently said, it's not perjury. He just told a lie. He just told you a lie, and if you were stupid enough to believe a lie, that's on you, and you're gonna take that hell, and you're gonna move along, because that's the part of life. You can't hate the players, hate the game. That's dating. That's how it goes. You don't hate the players, you hate the game. You pick up and keep on moving. But that's not the way a boss chick moves, right? That's not the way someone moves when she's chasing that bag, right? Yeah. And that's why I say every time, whenever you see girls with these things, stay away from them, because 9 times out of 10, these girls are for the street. They're possessed by the devil, and you can't try to have a relationship with them, because you're only going to end up hurting yourself and putting a stain on your reputation. Because sure, I can't see her entire body, but I can see that she's wearing a blonde wig. She's sound ghetto, and attitude and the disrespect that she has for the judge, that basically have control over her life right now. The disrespect that she has for him, you could just imagine if this guy, Richard, was supposed to get in a relationship with her, how she would have treated him, and the disrespect that she would have shown to him.
No, you
Is it a
don't.
criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
But you're the plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations properly.
Are we done here?
No,
I
we're
know
not.
exactly what perjury means.
No, we're
Do
not.
not insult my intelligence.
You have to
Do not insult my
You have
intelligence.
to lay your. You have to lay your.
Please do
You
not
have to
insult my
lay
intelligence.
your complaint out. It has. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have
Please
not.
do not insult my intelligence.
She is trying to tell this judge what is what. He does this for a living 5 days out of the week, while you sit at home and do nothing. He is busy working. He's busy going over the law. You're going to tell him about the law and tell him about perjury when this is something that he knows by heart, because he's been doing it a long time. He's been doing it every day. But that's the thing with the modern woman. They can't be wrong. They know everything. And you can't tell them nothing. You can't correct them. Even in the face of facts, data, and statistics, you can't correct them. And the fact is what the judge is saying. Because all it takes for you to know if what she's saying makes sense versus what the judge is saying, Google. If you can't get to a dictionary, if you can't get to an encyclopedia, Google. And it'll tell you what perjury is. And it's exactly what the judge is saying. A false statement that is made under law, under oath. Under oath. And I don't know why this judge is so lenient with this lady, because she's very disrespectful. She's disrespecting the courtroom. She's at a airport when you're supposed to be a child. Yes, I understand that you're in Zoom and you could do it from anywhere, but you should still conduct yourself as if you're in an actual courtroom. So that means you should be in a room where no one is moving around, where you're not moving around. You should be stationary so the judge could see you, talk to you, and explain anything that is needed to be explained, and where you could talk to a judge, and you should also talk to a judge in a respectful manner. Not talking to the judge like he's one of your child, or like he's a scum on the street. And I don't know if it's because he's black or just by the mere fact that he's a man. Why she's acting and carrying on like this. But if I was a judge, I would have called the sheriff's office and have the sheriff's office someone from the sheriff's office go and pick her up at whatever airport she is, and charge her for contempt of court, because this is just disrespectful. And I'm betting you Richard probably is not the first person that she sued, because people like this, especially by the way she sound and dress, typically try to scam the system and use others to get ahead. Use others to make a living off of, rather than actually going to make a living. Because, and sure, I don't know her. Some people might say she's educated and it's just the way she talks that way because she want to talk that way. Because I've heard that argument before, that the way you speak doesn't determine your education. I beg to differ, but that's a whole other topic and conversation. But she got too much things working against her. Her name is a ghetto name. The way she looks ghetto. The way that she sounds ghetto. And I don't know why. Guys keep complaining about the modern girl or the modern woman and how they act and how men are better than women, but at the same time they're constantly going back to the same type of woman and then complain about them. If you want the woman to do better, men, if you want women to do better, choose the women that are doing better. Not these hood rats. Not these hood rats. Because you're going to get the same result as you've always been getting. And that's all I have to say. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. I love to hear your compliments. The likes are free, so please hit the like button. Thank you.